Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Quentin Desaumont, who is the president of Traveler Made. We've been doing a series of videos trying to get our arms around Traveler Made, what's it about, talking to travel designers, talking to travel suppliers. We are here in Panama for the Essence of Panama in the conference, and we've got the man himself. We're going to learn more about it here on Insider Travel Report. Let's do the quick overview. How many members? How many countries?
So today we have 650 member agency travel designers, we call them, in 80 countries.
And you have two traveler groups. I've been trying to explain to people what that means. Who are they and how did they come to be?
So the first members who joined from the very beginning are called the Serendipians. And they always wanted to be a small number in every country, so we decided rapidly to put the numerus clausus at 600. And today we are at 570. We decided to close it. We have some more space for the Northern American agencies. And it's therefore, all these agencies wanted to have more suppliers. They said, we can't have more suppliers. We're going to dilute the revenue of the existing one, the incumbent. And therefore I said, okay, so we can bring more suppliers if we bring more agencies. And this is when we created the new category, the new community called Takumians.
Right. And that's based on the Japanese word?
Yeah, Takumians come from Takumi, which is the highest level of craftsmanship excellence in Japan. It's, after Serendipian, which evoke the concept of serendipitous moments, serendipity, in other words, emotions, and all sorts of things happening by chance, but you have to...
By design too, the travel designer.
Yeah, you need to design it to make sure chance and luck happens.
Well, you'll notice that this is not your usual travel network. It's not driven by money, as we continue to talk. It's more driven by art and poetry and feelings and bespoke travel. So let's talk about the membership. To become a travel designer, what do they have to do?
They have to apply, but before we consider the application, they need to provide recommendations from hotel and most importantly from DMCs. And based on the recommendations, we call obviously every company before to make sure we have the right information. And based on that, we decide to take them or not.
And what's interesting about your organization is that it's supplier-funded, that the members, the travel designers, are not paying dues, but they are paying in that they are designing.
Yeah, suppliers pay a yearly fee and they pay for the events. And the agencies, the travel designers, have to pay in kind. It means, in other words, they have to send business to the suppliers. If they don't have to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So you have grown. You used to have one conference a year, but now tell us how you've grown to 3.
Yeah, so I launched the Serendipians in 2013, and after a year and a half, we realized that there was no point in remaining Europeans. It's a small world, and the luxury travel industry is very international, so we decided to launch the world. Nowadays, we are very international, so we didn't want to remain European-centric. For us, it was very important to get closer to all our agencies and partners. That's why we decided to move from one yearly show in Europe to 3 shows in the year in the Americas, in Asia, and in Europe.
Right. And so that's what we are at now. We're at the Americas one in Panama. You did this because of the locations of your suppliers and your travel designers. What percentage of them are where?
So when we look at hotel suppliers, 50% are located in Europe, a little bit less than 10% are located in Africa. Then we have 18% in the Americas, and the rest in Middle East, Asia.
And that's the suppliers, but now what about the designers?
The designers, it's a little bit more balanced. We're even, we're even between Europe and Asia. Let's say a little bit less than 40% in each, and the rest, which is like something like 25%, is in the Americas.
When we're talking these percentages, it's off of the 650 members that we were talking about. Okay. Now, but your supplier network is pretty big. More than 1,100 hotels, 65% are independent. You have DMCs, private villas, yachts, jet brokers, cruise operators. Tell us about your network.
So, for us, the important thing is to remain loyal to the DNA. Our DNA is around small and beautiful, like-minded agencies. And obviously, for this kind of agencies, like, for instance, obviously we have a lot of hotels coming from brands, but we also have 65%, as you said, are independent and small little groups. It's very important. These agencies love this kind of hotels. And we also have DMCs, we have brokers of villa. We saw very rapidly when we created the concept that many agencies actually 15% of the hospitality they were using were houses, apartments. So we decided to call that category private places, and this is when we launched 10 years ago the private places category.
Right. It's very bespoke is really what it is. But also, the major suppliers see value in Traveler Made, and the list goes on and on. You could see an interview we have with Accor, Anantara, Belmont, Hyatt, Hilton, Kempinski, Rosewood, the Silver Sea, the cruise line, Explorer Journeys, Regent Seven Seas, Crystal. So there's great support for Traveler Made, both in the independent travel world and the dependent, or we should say the large, and so that's part of why you're expanding.
Yeah, what matters is the capacity of our agencies to send business, good business, money to these partners, suppliers, and we control that. It's so important. It's our credibility that is at stake, and the agencies really send good business. It's been working for these years, and it's still working and growing. So people are happy, and we look at that very carefully, one by one.
Well, no. So I spoke with you'll see interviews with travel designers and with suppliers, and I asked the same question: are you happy? And they are happy, even if the suppliers are footing the bill. They said it's worth it, and that's a testament. But money isn't everything, and you certainly are talking about that it's really more about these experiences, and so it's reflected in the awards you give out. Let's talk about that, because these awards aren't about the top seller.
Yeah, the awards, we call them Eidolons, are based on the partners voting for the best members, and the other way around. So it's first of all, to be qualified, you must be thorough using as much of the tools we offer, and we check that very carefully. And it's called the certification program. So only the gold and the first level qualify to be nominated potentially to get an Eidolon. And then the suppliers will vote for the members and vice versa. And this is how we get the winners every year, the Eidolons.
Right. But it's things the categories. Tell us the categories.
So we have 20 categories in total. 8 are about member agencies. There's a big thing about the thoroughness of the agencies and the creativity of the agencies. But also we reward people who are very good at destination knowledge, at client knowledge, at supplier knowledge, and crisis management. It's a big thing in our industry, as you know. Then we have 4 categories for DMCs. And we have 5 categories for hospitality, And then we have private place, we have tourism boards, they play a very important role in providing with information. And we have the Afloat collection, which is the last one that came.
As you can see, this is not your common travel network. If you're interested in this, I mean, and who wouldn't be if there's no upfront cost? But tell us, who's the type of travel advisor you want to find to make them, or to see how they design travel?
So there's an expression I used already in this interview. I'm going to use it again. It's all about small and beautiful, like-minded. So our agencies are on average 12 million sales or revenue, a team of 10 to 12, and they do bespoke, tailor-made. They have wealthy clients, and they like to really, beyond being a conciergerie, we like agencies providing great adventure travel for their clients. So in European terms, this would be called, because it's heavily regulated here in Europe, but we obviously have made a system that is available for Americans and Asians. So, but the concept here would be called tailor-made tour operating, luxury tour operating. And this is so important because the value creation is about travel design, creating history, serendipitous moment, as I said, hence the name Serendipians, and very good quality of execution. Selling a plane and a hotel is very simple. Everybody can do that. But starting an adventure on the other side of the world for a family of 5, it's a big work. It's logistic, it's creativity. It requires to know the destination and to have fantastic partners.
And I've been hearing about the support. Let's talk a little bit about the support that designers get. WhatsApp groups and things like that.
Oh yeah, so we also have our travel designers work a lot together. They share a lot of information. They share a lot of tips. So we have different solutions. So one, we have our extranet. It's Salesforce powered. And you have all the information you can get. We also have the app, so the extranet is available in an app, which is very useful. I mean, I've been connecting 10 times a day. We also have WhatsApp groups by regions more than in countries, so people share together tips. And I need the number of the GM. What do you think where should I go? What kind of beautiful restaurants you can find for a honeymoon trip, whatever. And we also have a members lounge on Facebook, that one is very international. So you can call. From Northern America, you can call a buddy in Japan if you want to book a very special restaurant that nobody can get access to. The local agency will make it happen, for instance, at no cost. It's just, peer-to-peer, friend-to-friend.
But membership has its merits. So membership means you're in the Facebook group and no one else can be in there.
Yeah, they help each other, and it's a community, there's a lot of friendship, there's a lot of relationship, and it's lovely.
If someone would like to apply, where do they go online?
So they have to write to us. They can reach out through the website. They come on email. They can connect on the Instagram as well, and or they can just call the director of our memberships team. Peter Conway.
So how will we give them that information? It's all on the one URL, right?
Okay, there's one solution. If you write to me, Quentin at travelermade.com, there will be a permanent out of office, and you will see.
Everybody gets listed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I've emailed you. There's an email bounce back with a full directory of how to contact everybody in the organization. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, it's been an eye opener. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining and for digging. You've been asking a lot of questions to me, to other people, to try to understand the vibes. We're different, and we want to nurture this difference. We don't want to adapt to many different markets. We want to bring people who understand our DNA and buy into it. And this is what makes a family.
It's not for every travel advisor, but if you investigate it and it's for you, pursue it. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much, Alan.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.